In this lesson, we'll finish animating the villain's left arm. Let's go ahead and adjust our start time to frame 16 because we still have a little bit of work to do as the character twists, but it should just be a matter of adding one pose in that transition. But before we even get to that, let's go ahead and take a look at the animation to see if there's anything that might seem off that we'll need to take care of first. So you can see that we're getting some very weird rotation in the wrist as the hand falls. So no doubt this is a gimbal problem. So let's say we fix that via the graph editor. Again, it's just a matter of going to our Euler filter to have Maya clean up those rotations. And now, what we get is much better. It's a lot easier for us to work with this. Great. All right, so we don't have much work to do to clean this arm up, so let's get right to it. On frame 26, we'll need to add an in-between where the hand is brought down and extended, just to fix the pose here so it's right underneath her. All right, so that looks nice as the hand kind of swings around. And now, taking a look at the timing from the point where the character hits the floor to the end of the animation, we can see that the arm moves very slowly. So what we'll do here to tweak this is to have the hand hit the floor, bounce off of the floor, swing around, and then finally come to rest. That might seem like a lot of work, but it just takes a few poses to get this done. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. As the character swings around, no doubt the elbow should hit first. So we'll grab her elbow control and have the elbow hit on frame 31. Let's go ahead and drop it down. We'll also need to tweak her shoulder on that same frame. So on 31, we'll go ahead and rotate the shoulder down. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. We swing around, the elbow hits. And now, just to correct the timing of the hand swinging around and then coming to a stop, let's go ahead and now grab our arm control and delay the animation from 34 to 35. So it's not just a smooth transition, so it feels like there's weight as the hand swings around. And then we also need some space to have the hand hit the surface. So that's going to take care of this. Again, we want to grab the keys on 34 and 38 and just slide them down 2 frames. So let's go ahead and take a look at this now. The hand will hit the surface, and notice the weight we get kind of drags and then slaps the floor at the end of the animation. Okay, that looks nice. All right, so let's go ahead and have it make contact with our surface. So taking a look at this, let's go ahead and have the hand plant on about frame 33. To have some weight, we'll have it hit the floor, translate it down, rotate the wrist up. Okay, boom, so it hits the floor. We'll need to fix the orientation of the wrist on 31, so let's go ahead and rotate it up in the Z. Great. Look at that. So the hand kind of bounces, hits the floor, swings around. Let's go ahead and play this back. Hit play. Beautiful. Take a look at that. That's really exciting. All right, so that means we're just about done. Scrubbing through, let's go ahead and take a look at the arc of that arm. Looks like we can improve the arc. It kind of does a linear path as it starts to swing around. There's a bit of an arc there, but we can fix this further. So let's say on about frame 40, we'll go to the x-axis and just pull that forward a bit more. Pull the hand forward so it kind of curves around and then comes to a stop. probably bring it back just a little bit more on the x-axis. I think that was a bit too much. Okay, so that looks nice. You might even add an in-between on frame 38 where we, again, fix the arc by pulling the arm out a bit more. And I think that'll do the trick. Beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and start to fix the end of the animation. Let's go ahead and have the hand delay on the time it hits the floor. So we'll just go ahead and take the key on 42 and just drag that to 43. Just a 1 frame delay. And then we'll want it to have a bit of a slide, just slightly. There's going to be more friction, but we still want a little bit of sliding so it doesn't appear as if the hand stays glued to the floor. So on frame 48, we'll go ahead and translate the hand very slightly forward in the X and to the side in the Z axis. So we get a little bit of that sliding. Maybe a bit more forward in the X, and then we'll also want to have it rotate forward in the Y axis. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Beautiful. Okay, now looking at the rotation of the hand, we need to really have it slap the floor as it comes down. So we can get this done very quickly. We want to first save this pose just before it slaps the floor on frame 42. Just press Shift-E to set rotate keys. And then we'll go ahead and decide when the hand should actually hit the floor. So that should be 1 frame after the hand plants, which is frame 43. So we'll go to 44 and press Shift-E to lock that pose in. And now it's just a matter of going to 43 and rotating the wrist up slightly. And maybe over to the side, since it's going to need some follow through as it swings from the top and then kind of swings down. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at how this looks. So we have a nice little hand slap. Beautiful. Okay, so I think the left hand looks really nice. We have it bouncing off the floor, then it swings around, and then finally comes to a stop. And overall, we should really be pleased with our work. Great. All right, so what that means is that we just need to concern ourselves with the blade hand, the right arm. Now keep in mind, if you wanted to enhance this further, you could always animate the fingers rotating back, adding a little bit of exaggeration there for more of a drag. But it's not too necessary here. The action happens so fast that it's not a big deal. And it also depends, of course, on your shot camera. So really, we don't need to do that, but if you wanted to, feel free to. But I'd say that this is looking really nice. And what we'll do is stop the lesson here and kind of finish up the red character by working on her right arm. And then once we're finished with that, we can start to smooth out the blue character, and that won't take too much time at all. She goes through a very fast action, so there's just a few things to tweak on her. So again, we're just about done. Again, in the next lesson, we will finish up the villain's right arm.